I got really energized and enthusiastic talking about a single movie last time. So I thought I'd try again with another movie I absolutely love, but for less dramatic reasons, I guess. The Emperor's New Groove is honestly one of the funniest, most well thought out movies I have ever seen. And I would love to see something like that again. Not a sequel or anything, but like the same mind, the same kind of writing. When it first came out, I saw it with my little sister and my parents, and it was a really rare time that me and my little sister actually enjoyed the same thing. We both loved it. We were quoting it constantly. We drove our parents crazy with it. And that was really important to me because we don't get along at all. I don't really get along with my sisters. But when it comes to that movie, we can watch it together and all our past fights and squabbles and stupid shit just vanishes. And why do we love the movie? Because it's hilarious. It not only breaks the fourth wall, it shatters it to pieces. And it defies so many typical Disney conventions we'd come to expect. I think one of my personal favorites is that there is no love story. Oddly enough, because I love a good love story, but not when it's like shoved in there, not when it makes no sense, not when it's just if the other partner is just there for convenience sake. This is more of a story about friendship, about discovering the world does not revolve around you. And it is hilarious. It works so well. It's a great bro movie if you're into that kind of shit. The cartoon series that followed up is, but you know, if it works well, Disney's gonna cash that in as much as it can. But the movie itself is brilliant. Um, Yzma is a hilarious villain. There are hilarious henchmen. There are hilarious animals. It is just non-stop laughter. But when the movie gets dramatic, you really feel for the characters too. And when the movie gets sad or uplifting, you feel that too. It really connects with you. But with all good things, there is a price. Lately on the internet, mostly on Tumblr, because that's where mostly I hang out, people referred to Kuzco as a Disney princess. And originally I also thought that was funny. But the more I began seeing it, the more disturbing it got. Because you're equivalent, well, that's not the right word, but yeah, Kuzco is dramatic. He's a ham, basically. He flaunts his stuff, he loves to dance, he's an egomaniac. And that automatically makes him a woman? That makes him gay? That kind of seems insulting both ways. A person can be like kind of flamboyant, they can dress around, they can flutter around. So why reduce that and try to make a joke out of it? Oh, well, he's so carefree, he's so silly that he isn't a man at all, he's a woman. And that just seems insulting. So insulting. Because, okay, I know I'm not being very clear about this. And if you really want to see it, there are people who can talk about this much better than I can. But to me, it just seems really derogative. If you want to enjoy a character, you shouldn't have to demean them that way. Sexuality isn't based on like an attitude. It's not based on dancing around or like having a self-confidence or just like talking with a lisp even. That's not what sexuality is. It's not that rigid. And I would really just like to see less of this joke going around. Because I think he deserves better than that, and we deserve better than that. He's not a princess. He's not gay. He's Cusco. And Of course, not that there's anything wrong with being gay or a woman, but that's not what he is. And by making a joke of that, you're demeaning women and homosexuality, that they can be so easily classified this way. I wonder if I'm making any sense at all, but some people might say, oh, it's just a joke, lighten up. But the reality is, if you say a joke so many times and people aren't laughing and people are taking it seriously, it stops becoming a joke. It starts becoming real. That's when, like, really hurtful things are said. Homosexual men who are called women just because of their outward appearance, out of their little quirks. That's not funny. That's just mean. And it really hurts the movie I and my sister love so much. So I guess what I'm saying is, the next time you feel like you want to make that kind of joke again, just give it a good thought. What makes Kuzco a princess to you? What makes him a woman? What makes him homosexual in your eyes? It may not change your mind, but hopefully it will give you something to think about.